So this is the one that's on telly. It's huge. You don't realise how huge it is until you see it up close. Good afternoon everyone, how you doing? It's Paul here from Airbnb Reviewer and Paul's Adventures. Now, you may be saying, Paul, are you in the Costa del somewhere? No, I am not. I am in Shoreham by Sea today. Come to stay at a lovely Airbnb, which is on the water. But it may not be on the water. You'll find out what I mean about that very, very soon. Now, I thought today we'd try something different. We've stayed at some beautiful places on Airbnb Review so far, and today I wanted to come down to Shoreham, and I've been invited by Elise to come and stay at her Airbnb. So it's something completely different, and I'm sure you guys are going to love it. So we'll have a look at that later on when we get there. We'll have a little look around Shoreham first, a little walk along the coast here, because it's got a beautiful path here. Look. I wish I had a path like this in some other areas where you're not walking all over the stones. It's great. So we'll have a little look around, and then we'll head off to the Airbnb and we'll go and review that, and we'll stay there tonight. And of course I'll fill you in of what's it all about, what it's like and what there is to do, etc. And if you like the video today, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified when more videos come out. Now, for those of you that want to help out with the channel, there is also a Patreon page, which I've had up and running for a little while. Now, the good thing is in Shoreham, there's always lots of aircraft flying over the top because there's an airfield nearby. And this is sadly where the tragedy happened in, I think it was 2000 and maybe 16 or 17, where the air disaster was. Very sad. Lots of people lost their lives. But yeah, if you want to join the Patreon page, you can do. Just go and sign up to that, and you'll see some little behind the scenes snippets and see what I get up to off camera, but on camera, if that makes sense. Now, I must add, there are some beautiful houses along here. Obviously, I don't want to go filming directly into their windows or prying into their private houses because I'll get arrested. But there are some beautiful places. I've just seen one house with a lovely swimming pool outside. Maybe it's a little bit too cold for the swimming pool today, but they were sat by it enjoying the sun. Imagine, there's another one there behind me with a swimming pool. Imagine living there and having the beach right literally on your doorstep. Maybe the channel was very successful one day. I'll keep hoping and dreaming. after the brief interruption there by the aircraft. Right, where was I? Oh yeah, I'm going to look for a coffee shop, aren't I? Hopefully. Please respect this war memorial by not climbing on it or damaging the sandbags. Please close the gate behind you. Let's go have a look, shall we? Memorial Trench. Okay, so just speaking to a gentleman through there, and he said I can come through. Ooh. Which is nice of him. Ooh. See, there we go. He said I can just film up top. So, we'll have a look. Okay, so Gary's very kindly allowed us in. We can't go downstairs in the fort because he's just locked it all up, which is a shame. However, let's have a little look up here. Okay, and he was telling me that Nicholas Lyndhurst's granddad, or was it his dad? I can't remember. But opened the film studio over here. So apparently there's a plaque over there that gives you some more information. Obviously I won't read it all out, but you can pause it and have a look. That'd probably be my job, powder monkey. That sounded so wrong, didn't it? Right, the barrack block. So there's a layout there. Wow. Oh, it's a shame we couldn't get down there. Albert Collins, one of the volunteers from 1894-95, has described his time in the fort, recording tape taken when he was an old man. Oh, probably can't see it because my shadow's in the way. But he said they're after volunteers, so if there's any of you out there that want to come along and volunteer, if you live nearby. There you can see like the outer part of the fort. And that's always important when you do these sort of things, when you're filming this sort of stuff as well, is to always speak to people and be polite, because you never know, you know, just have a quick word with someone and say, oh, can I do this, can I do that, I'm filming, tell them the reasons why, and 9 times out of 10 people are as good as gold, and they really will help you out. Here we go. Pioneering film studio. In the late 19th century, movie film had been invented, with one of the first cameras being patented by Thomas Edison in 1894. It was also Edison who had developed an improved wax recording method, who recorded Martin Langford, the veteran of the Crimean War. Wow, look at that. Like I say, you can pause it and read all the information if you want to. I won't read it all out. At the top there it says the first film made by Lyndhurst at the Fort, The Showman's Dream in 1914, starred Will Evans. It was filmed in front of a backdrop fixed to the west side of the barrack block. You can also see the director in the white jumper giving instructions with Shoreham and the Downs in the distance. Yeah, beautiful. Love things like that. Runny nose. Okay, the fort, 1939 to 1945. During World War II, the port at Shoreham played a huge part in supplying troops, landing craft and supplies to our front line abroad. Shoreham Fort was extensively modified to defend the harbour and to guard against possible invasion. 2 large ammunition stores were built on top of the terraplane, and the ancient gun emplacements were modified to accept 2-inch naval guns. Wow, there's a bit more there, but I won't read it all out. And there's like an aerial view, look. Amazing. Right, I don't want to overstay my welcome. He did say sort of 5 or 10 minutes because he's heading off soon, so we will go and thank Gary for allowing us to do that. Okay, so now I have arrived at where I will be staying tonight, which is a boat called Rhubarb, which is down there. I think boat's the correct terminology, longboat, barge, I don't know. But we'll have a little look along here first, just to see if we can have a little look at some of the others. Obviously we've got to be careful, we don't want to be nosy and poke our camera in and stuff. And then we'll go in and we'll see where we are staying for this evening. But the weather is gorgeous. There's a nice car park down there as well. Down there somewhere, there you go. So you can park there and it's £5 for the full day, and 6 o'clock in the evening, it stops. You don't have to pay anything until 9 o'clock the next day. Now, did any of you watch Grand Designs this week on Channel 4? If you did, you would have seen an amazing project. Okay, it's probably on more 4 on demand or whatever, so go back and have a look. But this boat down here, which the family built out of literally nothing. It was like a horrible one which looked in a bad way, and they rebuilt it up, and it's massive. Now I'm going to try and show you a little bit of that if I can, so you can have a look, and we'll see what we can see with some of the others, but we'll be a bit careful and a bit mindful, like I said. So let's go and have a little look at some, shall we? And then we'll go back and find out where I'm staying this evening. Some of these are quite quirky. I mean, wow, look at that. And then from here, you've got the beautiful view of the beach across there. Of course, once the huts are out of the way, you can go to where the stand is. Now, the problem is along here at the moment, there's lots of people here looking at this one because it was on television last night, so I want to be a bit discreet if I can. Wow.
What was it? What was it? What was it? Sure, this is new.
Some cool boats along here, but this is the one that was on television last night. Oh, sorry. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, go and check out Grand Designs on Channel 4, More 4, whatever 4. And you'll see that, not this one here, but the one behind it, the big, massive one. And it's a beautiful job. They've done an amazing job there. Some of these are cool, just a little bit rustic and old. I like that type. Okay, so there's some of the others. Like I say, I don't want to be poking the camera over people's fences because it's rude and we shouldn't be doing that. So what we'll do now is we'll go back and we'll have a look and see where we're staying tonight. And we've got this beautiful sunshine out, so I'm hoping we can try and catch a little bit of a sunset, but it's a little bit foggy still. I'm hoping it'll clear off a bit. Now, what I'll do now is I'll put the drone up over the boat where we're staying, give you a little aerial view, and then we'll go back and we'll have a look, shall we? But we'll just catch this one that was on television again one last time as we go past. So this is the one that's on telly. It's huge. You don't realise how huge it is until you see it up close. Okay, so here we go. Now, as you walk to the left here, there are people staying in that, but it's a cabin, which Elise rents out as well. So that is an Airbnb. And then there's a little boat down there, which has got someone in it. And then of course, there's the one we're staying in there, Rhubarb. And the boat next door is where Elise and her family live. So we'll head straight to Rhubarb now. And we'll go in. Now the key should be left in the door. Look at this though, how beautiful is that? Little seated area. Now the tide's out obviously at the moment. Now if you're very tall, you're going to have to mind your head. Okay, wow. Now we're going to do our usual, we're going to go through the place. Good thing is, grab rail. So if there's anyone with any mobility aids or help, there's a grab rail there. Light switches, cool, so we've got lights there. I don't think we need those on. All right, what's going on here? Okay, power cupboard, don't need to know about that. As usual, we'll have a little look around. Okay, some sort of water tank I think, and there's a thermostat there. So there is central heating in here, which is great. Now what have we got here? Okay, so storage area, spare radiator, somewhere to hang your bits and bobs. Okay, now this is the seated area where you can relax and just put your feet up. There are some books up there. Now it's a shame that the tide's out at the moment, but it's one of those things. It just happens. There we go, some information up there, so that's really cool. I'm loving this already. Where we go now? Okay, straight through to the toilet area, the sink, and there's a shower behind here, I believe. Yeah, shower, look. And you've got some body wash, shampoo and conditioner, so that's good. If you forget to bring any. It's like a little bath, isn't it? And then shower pump there as well. Right, let's go through here. Radiator there and a heater there. Okay, so here's one nice sized bed. And then here, got a storage area. Another size, nice sized bed there, a radio above it. And here we have another storage area. Now Elise told me that you can close that up, so it puts off a partition between the two bedrooms, which is great, especially if you've got noisy kids or friends staying with you. You don't want to hear what they're up to. A view outside the window. Okay, and then along here we have another toilet. Excellent. So there's two toilets on here, one with a shower. Then we turn around and we're straight into the kitchen area. Right, okay. So, kettle, very important. Gas oven, excellent. Okay, so that's really good. So if you're someone that's into your cooking and you want to cook yourself a meal, and then you've got your oven down there. Look how beautiful and clean that is. Love it. Okay, and in here we've got some tea, sugar, instant coffee, sink of course, and washing up materials. And then down here we've got pans, saucepans, toaster, utensils. And then in this one, got some cleaning equipment under the sink. Let's come around here. So we've got a microwave here, even though the tide is out, what a view. Okay, let's come down here. I think we've got a little fridge freezer here, there. Yeah, that fridge. Oh, some coffee and some sachets of milk there. Excellent. And then you've got a little freezer there as well. Good. Okay. What have we got in here? Some glasses, some cups, plates, saucepans, saucers, trays, table mats. Okay, got some condiments there. Down here, which is really important, some games. You know, if there are a few of you here, you want to enjoy yourself, there's like a mini speaker there. So if you've got like a iPhone or something, MP4 player, MP3 player even, put that through there. Okay, there's a Wi-Fi code on the wall there. So there's Wi-Fi here, which is great. Always good to have Wi-Fi. Now I did notice some binoculars, so you can have a look at the wildlife. It's not to spy on your neighbours, but apparently it's a beautiful wildlife that comes out across here as well. Okay, so there's the kitchen. And oh wow, here we go. Now we're talking. Now we're on fire. Look at that. We all have a log burner. And then here, beautiful table. Nice seated area. Now this is something that's always really good. Not only a guest book, we love a guest book, so we can leave our messages in there, but an information pack. There's welcome to rhubarb and custard. It tells you a little bit of information about how they built it, what they did, and then some photos. I love it, it's great. See how much work people put into these projects. Amazing. Anyway, I won't go through the whole book, but then there's information there about Wi-Fi, toilet waste, etc. Instructions for use, and then things to do in the area as well. All sorts of things. Excellent. Always good to see that. And then of course, we come out to the bow, isn't it? The front of a boat. Let's have a little look there. And a lovely little seated area with a blanket for when it gets cold. Wow, I'm loving rhubarb and custard so far. Brilliant name, beautiful colour. And where should we start? Let's start at the beginning, shall we? What an amazing location we are in. You know, we've got the beach literally just over there. I believe once the water comes in here, it's a wonderful sight. Not only that, you've got all the wildlife here. There's some binoculars inside that you can use. So if you are someone that likes to spot the wildlife, then there is the facility of doing that as well. Now, what else have we got here? We've got central heating, we've got a log burner, so you know you're definitely not going to get cold. There's 2 beds, possibly a third one at the start where there's a relaxing area. Beautiful sized kitchen, gas oven, got a microwave in there, toaster, all the utensils that you need as well. So everything so good so far. Now, upon arrival, Elise came and met me. She showed me around. She told me about the boat, a little bit of history about it. And I like that. That's fantastic because that enables you to have an understanding of the type of place you're staying at. It's great that there's Wi-Fi, but it's also great that there's no television either. I love that when I come to these Airbnbs and there's no television, because in the evenings, it's very easy to sit back, put your feet up and put telly on. But you could stay at home and do that. So when you're in this sort of place, you want to embrace it, you want to get involved, you want to feel like what's going on the outside as well as the inside. And to have no distractions such as television is an amazing, wonderful thing. I'm loving it so far. Right, okay, I think now we'll have a little walk, maybe down to the shops, into town, and I need to buy some food because I haven't got anything. So I'll get some food, bring it back, and then we'll see how the evening goes, shall we? Look at that, the sun comes out. I'm hoping we get a nice sunset on the beach, if it's not too cold. Okay, so it's shower time. You know you're barred from this bit. Go away. Go on, go away. Lovely and powerful. I feel nice and fresh and clean. I'm going to eat something now because I went down the shop earlier on and bought something. And yeah, I haven't eaten all day, so I think I'll have something to eat. Put my feet up, chill for a little bit. Later on, we'll get the fire on and see how much of a kick out that gives with the heat. But it's very foggy outside at the moment. But if it's not too cold, I might sit outside on the front bit of the boat, the bow, and eat my sandwich. We'll see. We'll see how cold it is. Now, to be honest, because I've just got out of the shower, it's not too cold. But it's foggy out here. But it's quite nice. I think I can sit here and eat my sandwich, providing the seagulls don't dive from me and try and take it from me. What have I got? BLT today. Can't beat a good old BLT. So I've just been having a little look through my phone, answering some emails and some messages, and the temperature's starting to drop a bit now, so I think now would be a good time to get the fire lit and see how warm it gets in here with that going, shall we? Yeah, let's do it. This is where we see what my firelighting skills are like. Hopefully, okay, but we'll find out. I love these long matches. I think, where was it I stayed before? Oh, it was in Northumberland, wasn't it? And they had long matches like that. They're the best. Close that up and let that start to do its thing. What happens is the heat comes up through there and then that propels the heat out as well. Okay everyone, it's 20 past 10 now. So I think I'm going to call it a night. It's been quite a good long day. I've really enjoyed the day so far. Sign off. Oh, hello. Just had a message on my phone. Who's messaging me this time of night? Anyway, I'll bid you good night. I'm going to go and get my head down and have a good sleep. And I'll see you in the morning. Bright and early.
Morning all. It's 5 AM. Very early, I know, but I've got to leave early because I've got a few things on today. But I had a great night's sleep. Really comfortable, really warm as well. The well, I had the log burner on throughout the night. Well, obviously finished off just as I went to bed, but you could feel the warmth through here for the rest of the night. It was quite nice actually. Opened the window though to get some nice fresh air in, so that's good.
Okay, so that brings my time at Rhubarb and Custard to an end. What an amazing location. Shoreham on Sea, or Shoreham by Sea. Shoreham by Sea, I think it is. I always get it mixed up. It's Shoreham anyway, it's down on the south coast. It's literally a stone's throw away from Brighton. Anyway, a beautiful location. There's plenty to do here. You can walk along the beach if you are a beach goer. There's a bunch of shops over there in the little town centre, so you can walk across the bridge, literally a 10-minute walk. But it's great because you get to walk past all the other boats that are moored up as well. There's a fort up there, so you can go and see the fort. There's lots to do here in Shoreham, so plenty to keep you busy during the day. Plenty of walks as well. Upon arrival, and since open communication, Elise has been amazing, very welcoming, very hospitable, and very helpful. And when she kindly invited me to come and stay here to do a Airbnb review video, I was delighted and over the moon because it's something different, and I've always wanted to stay on a longboat and I've never done it. Well, I've done it as a child, but not as an adult. I've never done it. So just to let you know, when you do arrive, there is a guest book. So as well as leaving a great review on Airbnb, you get an opportunity to leave your comments in the guest book as well. So if you look on the 27th of March, you'll find mine in there. There's also an information pack which tells you all about the Wi-Fi code, how to use the fire, and how to just use everything that's within the boat itself. There is Wi-Fi on the boat as well, which is fantastic, it's great. And of course there's a log burner, which everyone loves a log burner, don't they? I do. No matter what time of year it is, you always put the log burner on it, unless it's a scorching hot summer's day. Anyway, so there's plenty to do in and around the area. The boat itself is amazing. It's got beautiful views across there, and there's a natural sort of nature spot for birds. So there are some binoculars provided. So if you are a bit of an ornithologist, I think that's the correct word for a bird watcher, then there are opportunities to get out there with your binoculars and have a good look. I'm crow obsessed, as most of you know. I love crows, but there's lots of seagulls here. As you saw, I only had the drone out for a little while yesterday because it started upsetting the seagulls a bit and they wanted to dive bomb it. So I just did a few little shots and then brought it back, as you saw. So yeah, staying at this place has been amazing. I've had a really good overnight sleep. Now, in terms of cost, it's I've been speaking to Elise about this, and we've managed to get a 10% discount. So if you contact Elise via the Airbnb link, which I'm going to put down in the description, so make sure you go to that, and you want to stay here, then when you go on the Airbnb website, there is an opportunity to contact host. So you contact Elise and just say the word unusual, taken from my other YouTube channel, Unusual Things. And we use that one because it's an unusual word, and we both straight away would recognise it, obviously. So quote unusual, and Elise will give you a 10% discount. Now, in terms of cost itself, a variable, because the prices do vary depending on how many of you are coming and what time of year it is, etc., because it is seasonable with a lot of these Airbnbs. So a rough ballpark figure is £120, which I think is amazing value for money for what you're getting here. So welcome, yes, amazing. The host, Elise, really great, very welcoming, very hospitable, showed me around. Facilities, you can't knock it. You've got everything you want here: gas, oven, hob, microwave, toaster, running hot and cold water, beautiful hot power shower, so to speak. It was really powerful, so that was great. Comfortable bed, yes. Lovely area to sit and eat and talk. Beautiful views from the front of the boat there. So it's got everything you want. I've really enjoyed my time here. The only sad thing for me was that I came at a time when the tide was low. But not only that, there's also 2 other locations here as well. There's Jelly Bean next door, and there is a cabin at the top as well. So if you are someone that wants to have a look at this one, or maybe 2 of the other options, they are there as well. They're on the Airbnb website, so go and check those out. Right, so overall this place gets a highly recommended for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been a great time, and I'd recommend it. I should imagine once the water's in, it's amazing, just bobbing around a little bit on there. But yeah, I would highly recommend this place. Definitely come and stay here, because it is something different. If you've never done it before, it really is an experience. So thank you, Elise, and thank you all, as always, for watching, everyone. Now, don't forget, guys and girls, I do have a Patreon page as well. So if you're someone that wants to support this channel, you can do. There's a link down in the description. You do get to see some behind the scenes sort of during my stay at these places, which is great. So, and it all helps as well. So thank you very much. So yeah, that's it for me on an Airbnb and Paul's Adventures for another little trip. And I'll see you all real soon. Take it easy.